part about catchers, the proliferation of the catchers that have become major league managers. They're all over the place. Disproportionate amount. 1-2, good pitch. See you later as Ssfa strikes out.
It's going to be a hot take to everybody else because I watched it back in the battle with the I know that same. They kill me yet? They kill me yet? The battle was the battle to the third round.
Today, from Ssfa Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Jalen Hurts and the Tennessee Titans taking on Jacob Eason and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception, but this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And right side, Henry's got it. And oh, right away, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it.
Complete. Fumble on the play. Recovered by Jacksonville.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Hurts. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Martin is not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wildcard teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down. And a give this time to the tailback. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He was looking for Albert O. Albert Okuebunam was the target there, and it's third down.
And 8 yards to go.
Now a give, right side. Doyle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
First and 10, Ssfa. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
To number 82. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 30.
From the gun is Ssfa. Over the middle, complete. It's Spencer. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
3 yards the gain there, second down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Ssfa going to throw it out of the shotgun to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the gun, Ssfa. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
At their own 25-yard.
The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Henry, the ball carrier.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Score Jaguars 3, Titans nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Draw play. This is Henry. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. And he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
On 1st down, Jacob Eason. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Operating from the gun, Eason toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
From the gun, Eason, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Touchdown, Jackson.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville.
Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season, it could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Eason. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. From the gun on third down, Eason. And that is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
Defense.
Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another fourth down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I figure I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll run with Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 18.
On the carry.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Throwing is Hurts. This one caught by Davis. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
At their own 43.
Time to see Jacob Eason and company go back to work. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
They'll throw on first down with Eason. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. From the gun, they run with Smallwood. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Yard gain on the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Eason.
So much of the game.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Albert Okuebuna with touchdown number 7 on the year. Lambo on for the extra point.
Point after.
He's got it, and it's 17-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown.
Titans, nothing. Josh Lambo to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, can you help dig this hole? See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On now is the Titans punter, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. On first down, Eason got a man and he hits him in stride. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there as the first half is winding down, and the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Out come the Titans now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
For first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And the Jacksonville offense on their way out again as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And you can see they're in second place in the division, but they have clinched postseason football. That's the important thing. They currently have the best record among the wild card contenders, but they want to make sure they finish this season strong.
And isn't that the case each and every year about one division that ends up being the top-loaded division? And unfortunately this year, it's theirs. But you could spin it and say, hey, they've been tested, and they've beaten a lot of good teams already. They will be prepared for the playoffs.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Jacksonville.
From the gun, Eason. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Albert Okuegbunam was the target there, but it'll be second down.
Second and 10.
To throw again, Eason. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game. Throwing on first down, Eason. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. Throwing again. Eason. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
First down, Jacksonville.
Operating from the gun. Eason. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Offense.
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Second down. Here's Eason. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Jaguars 27.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
And a Jaguar first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Down to the 25. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Doyle. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Titans, nothing.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars continue to roll. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Titans, nothing. Josh Lambo to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Shut up. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
Here's Hurts to throw. He'll get this one complete to Davis. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot.
Hurts fumbles it, and the Jags grab it. Look at the big man rumble. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score.
Lining up for the point after.
And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Fielded in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Hurts, pass incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Titans on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd.
They'll keep it on the ground. Doyle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. They gonna need some therapy after this.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. First down, a run with Smallwood. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
A gain of 27 on the play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And they'll indeed take a knee. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. And they will take a knee here.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Jacksonville, a final win here means they'll finish at 14-2. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, it's been a sinking ship all season as they finally draw the curtain on what will be a 1-15 year. And you have to figure that this is a team that will look a whole lot different come training camp next July. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.